another late night. All this grading to do, paperwork. Oh man, I have copies to go make still. What time is it? Jeez, wish I could get home. There's always so much to do here. Can't believe how much prep it takes to get my job done.
Hey, Mr. Fincher, another late night?
Yeah, Javier, a lot of copies to make.
Have a good night.
Good morning and welcome to Banos Unified School District. We're in one of our schools this morning to take a look at how disruptive technology like this is creating disruptive innovation in our classrooms. Our teachers are doing an outstanding job of creating new, engaging ways to use this technology to prepare our students for the 21st century. Let's go take a look.
So the kid who doesn't want to make a presentation can record their presentation and just press play. And I think for at least 2 or 3 kids in the class this year, it's been like a whole life-changing event, because now they do want to get up and they want to say it instead of recording it.
Many of the 5th graders aren't used to using a keyboard, and this allows them to get faster and faster, so that doesn't become a hindrance to them when they are doing their assignments or taking their tests.
Nearpod is used in the classroom much like PowerPoint is, only you are the person that is controlling their device.
This particular website too gives them some automatic feedback. If they're not able to identify the state or the capital, after a couple of tries, it will prompt them and help them to learn.
A lesson from a vast source of lessons that have been created, or you can create your own, and they can use videos, they can have questions that students have to answer. You can show the results immediately to the class.
Originally, we thought Brain Honey was just for giving tests, but Brain Honey really allows me to collect all of my student work. I've become a paperless classroom, so to speak.
It has really helped to have one-on-one devices, because each child can work at their own pace on their own projects.
Today, the students are working on several questions, either multiple choice or short answer. And the multiple choice questions, they're going to get immediate feedback, whether or not they've answered those questions correctly, and they have the opportunity to redo it. They're learning for mastery, not for completion. So some of the students are going to be working on that, and some of the students are going to be importing a document and doing it like a traditional paper pencil, and then uploading that document into Brain Honey. So Brain Honey works as a turn-in box as well as an assessment and data gatherer.
Mr. Fincher?
Yes.
You said I was missing the self-assignment?
Yeah, I graded everything. It wasn't in the basket.
I made sure I turned it in here.
If you want to grade, you're going to have to redo the assignment.
It's very important that we address digital citizenship as a school.
They have great skills with technology when it comes to using games or texting or cell phones, but what we notice is they really aren't able to use the keyboard, use the educational parts of the different technology.
Setting up classroom management for the iPads. At first, we were afraid they would get damaged, and we had all kinds of rules for students to not walk holding an iPad and so on, but the kids have been great.
One of the big challenges that I found in the beginning is the professional development was very important.
We have had some problems, a few problems, students Googling inappropriate things, nothing too awful. I think poop in the toilet by a 5th grade student was one of the things that kind of, brings a chuckle, but it's not appropriate. And, then we have the code of conduct that they signed at the beginning of the year to fall back on.
Not allowing us to get on a website, or too many students on that certain students will have to refresh, and it may take them 4 or 5 minutes. So part of it's just learning patience and realizing that even though it says high-speed internet, that it's not going to all happen at the same time. And also just to be aware that you might need a backup plan for a day when the technology doesn't work. And but really and it hasn't happened very often.
But I feel like as the kids come up the grades, the amount of technology we are expecting them to do is greater, but I don't know that we have actually planned out a really good plan of what should they do in 3rd grade, what should they do in 4th grade, what should they do in 5th grade, and so forth.
I know that the time is going to come when we're going to have to upgrade our iPad 2s. Technology keeps running ahead of us, but we do need to keep up with the advancements. So we'll be working to figure that one out.
We need to have enough hands-on experience in small classroom settings. Once we started that type of professional development, I was able to use it so much more effectively. And that's a big key to the success of learning how to use this LMS.
Teachers are very collaborative. They're talking about sharing ideas. We also model some of our PLC, professional learning community meetings, on what we call tech chats. So we set up models where they can go into other people's classrooms.
Something that I'm doing in my classroom already, and just explain to other teachers how they could use it in their classroom, how they can apply it to their own standards. We all decided that we would go to different conferences, but it was hard to remember what we learned. So now we've learned that if you send 2 teachers to the same conference, go to the same meetings, and they come back, or they can collaborate during that meeting.
We started our current project, which we're like, okay, we'll just join YouTube, no worries. Okay, that didn't work. So then we had to do something else, all right? What about WeVideo? How can we learn how to use that? What is that going to be? And then that had some issues, and only through collective work were we able to overcome them. Luckily enough, we had a student figure out what we were doing wrong, not entirely. And so we worked together with him to figure out how to do it right, and now look, everyone's rolling. It's just, you have to learn with technology that just because you hit a stumbling block doesn't mean that you give up. You just have to approach it from a new angle, and this teaches kids problem-solving skills.
Together, we spend recess and lunch before school, after school, trying to figure out what works best in our classroom, what might work in your classroom. And then we have our PLC days where we get together and we do just simple presentations of, here's the new thing that I learned, and here's how you might be able to use it in your classroom.
Today's kindergartners in May 2015 will graduate in 2028. We can't know what their futures will hold, but we do know in order to be prepared, they're going to have to be able to use the tools of the 21st century. I'm excited because I know our teachers have the talent and the will to learn how to use these tools in their classroom and engage our students in new and exciting ways. I really look forward to that future.
Students are much more engaged, which of course makes teachers be much more engaged with the students and the materials.
How did you guys like getting those test results right back? You knew right away. How did you like that?
It was fun because you don't have to give it back to the teacher, wait for a little bit, and then you get it results. So instead, you just get it right away when you finish.
We're making a movie about shapes with like the triangle, quadrilaterals, like squares and rectangles, and like heptagons, nonagons, and like I'm already done, so like we're just watching it and make sure like it's perfect. And then if it's not that good, then we're gonna edit it, and then we're gonna be finished.
Angles, 3 sides. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 angles.
This icon, you double tap on it, and then you can pick like a lot of icons, and then this you can change the color of the laser beam. So then I just pressed play, record, and then I did that. And then I was recording the song next to it with her iPad, and then I just started like moving it around and pointing at it.
I made everything on in Google Docs, and I copied it and pasted it into Keynote, and then when I was done, I added the pictures and the maps, and then it was ready.
So do you think that you're more motivated to get your work done because you can do it on the iPad?
Yes.
Why?
Because you can also do it at home.
Oh.
So like it pumps you up to get it helps you motivates you to get better and get stronger and get better grades.
So who has the highest score here?
Me. I'm straight A's right now, dude. Okay, fine.
The technology assists the students' behavior in that they're always engaged and focused on what they're doing. They enjoy the different visual aspects of it.
Boys and girls, I think I'm gonna take your iPads away tomorrow.
The guy was telling us about it being stuck. He goes, it's not moving, it's in fine soil. I mean, you mean kind of like glacial till.
Wow.
And he goes, yeah, how did you know that? Well, I've studied geology. Opportunity for my Mesa students to see the Mars.
Sounds like it.
A line again, really?
All I have to do is hit submit. My students get their grades faster, and I get more time to myself.